Hey guys, Probo1701 here, and today we are going to be talking about Star Trek The Next Generation Season 5. And we're going to be talking about the top 5 episodes and a couple honorable mentions that I recommend for Season 5 if you're new to the Star Trek franchise or if you're new to Star Trek The Next Generation itself. So this isn't necessarily a best of list, just ones if you haven't seen these episodes, the main episodes I recommend watching this season, the ones that really stand out to me. And we're going to start with Silicon Avatar. I really like this one. The special effects used for the actual uh, creature entity in this were pretty good for its time. And I really like this one as well. It's basically a story about how revenge can be a bad thing. It's really, really good. Data has some great scenes in this. The woman who plays the guest character in this is really well acted in this. And I love the ending scene between her and Data when she talks about her son, and Data gives his opinion on what her son would have thought of how everything resolves. I really like this story. It's definitely one of my favorite watches of the season. Number 2 is The Inner Light. I really love this one. This is definitely a Patrick Stewart story. This is Star Trek at its best, really, telling an interesting story. You know, Star Trek doesn't always have to be about battles and phasers blasting. Good Star Trek at its core, it usually isn't about that. This is a really good episode. Very different from a lot of Trek episodes, but it does what Trek does at its best, and it teaches a lesson and tells a really good story. I absolutely love The Inner Light. I think it's essential watching if you're a Star Trek fan. Number 3 is Cause and Effect, which I also really, really enjoy. I'm not going to talk about that one much because I don't want to spoil it, but I love rewatching Cause and Effect a lot. I really, really enjoy it. It has a couple little things you could nitpick if you want to, but it's just a great story to watch. Plus, it has a guest star in it right at the end that you probably don't see coming, which is really neat. Number 4 is The First Duty, a Wesley Crusher centered episode. Probably my favorite Wesley episode. I really like The First Duty. This takes place with him at Starfleet Command when he's at Starfleet Academy, and he's of course in Starfleet Academy to become a Starfleet officer. And an accident occurs, and one of his classmates gets killed, and there's an investigation. And it's a really strong episode. I really, really, really enjoy it and like it. And number 5 on the list is Iborg, with Hugh in it. I really like this one. I love the kind of relationship Geordi and Hugh form, the little bond they kind of form. Definitely not your typical Borg episode, but the implications in it are really neat. And seeing Picard still kind of hold this grudge against the Borg, and how he's determined to do one thing with Hugh, and then as he learns to greet Hugh and learns more about Hugh, I should say, how his opinion changes. There's this one scene where Picard is talking to Hugh, and Hugh, which is the name of the Borg in it, says something that throws Picard off balance. It's the way Hugh is referring to himself, and it's the way he refers to himself throws Picard off, and the way Picard reacts to that, I don't want to spoil it, is easily my favorite scene of the whole episode. It's really, really good. A couple of honorable mentions. A Matter of Time, which I really like, where the Enterprise meets somebody from the future, and Picard wants him to help him resolve a situation because it can determine whether or not they save a planet or accidentally destroy a planet. And the guy doesn't want to help because he doesn't want to alter the timeline. It's a really good episode. The guest star in it, I think it's the same guy who played Max Headroom. He played the other dad in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I can't remember his name, but I really like him as an actor. He does a really good job in this as well. And then another honorable mention is Ethics. I like Ethics a lot. It's, again, heavily focused on Worf, but I really think it's a powerful episode and has a lot of important messages in it. And just a real quick shout out, even though it didn't quite make the list, to the Unification 2-parter. I don't like that one quite as much as some people do, but it is an important episode and people should watch it. So that's my list for episodes from Star Trek The Next Generation Season 5 that if you're not really familiar with the show, I think you should check out. Other things to do: click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications. I've also started a Patreon page. If you would like to contribute to that, you will find a link to that down below. My entry-level tier is only $2 a month if you would like to support what I do. I have other tiers with other benefits as well, so just take a few seconds out of your day and give that a check out real quick, and I'll appreciate it. Most importantly, though, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.